and he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. This game will start with a throw on first down. Flushed to his right, taking off, and he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. That's the way to get started, a pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
On first down, here's Nix to throw. That's taken in. It's R.J. Harvey. And after the catch, he gets that.
Menu narration set to 100. Menu narration set to 100. Menu narration set to 100. Menu narration set to 100.
Of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. And here's the first carry for the power back, Dameon Pierce. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll find the rookie out of Iowa State, Jaden Higgins. 17 yards on that play. It's good for a Texans 1st down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Stroud quickly out to Collins. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
And that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. While we have a moment, why don't we take a look at the key inactives not playing in the ball game here this afternoon. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. Throw left side, taken in by Kirk. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that 1st down, and they'll try to convert it on 3rd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. 7-0 is our score. More from Houston coming up in a moment. He'll run the draw with Pierce. And he brings it down to about the 28-yard line. Nick Bonito there for the tackle. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Stroud. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
3rd down, they need 5. To throw, Stroud pushed out to his left. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out.
Menu narration set to 100.
There for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins. And they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal. To throw is Stroud. In trouble, and down he goes. That's the Pro Bowler from a year ago, Nick Bonito, in there to bring him down for his 7th sack of the year. First down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Stroud. Moving outside the pocket, he keeps it himself. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. And that is incomplete. Jaden Higgins, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th and goal. Kaimi Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans are on the board. It's 7-3.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Zone read, a give to Harvey. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Broncos. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Flush to his right. Now he'll run. He'll take this one up close to the first down marker. Is spotted where the slide begins. That's a pickup of about 9.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
Here's Harvey. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They'll try to run here with Harvey. A gain there of 15. Good for a Denver first down.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the first down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
A first down throw for Nix. The catch made there by Sutton. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll send Worthy in motion. 2nd down. Nix rolling to the left. He's going to keep it himself. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
Mike, the defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Rolling right, and he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up second and goal.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Draw play here for Harvey. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Third and goal coming up.
Well, after the failures of the first and second down, you got to look now at your third down call sheet. Every play caller has a section, must-have-it plays, critical downs. I say this one falls in that category, and we'll see what they have up their sleeve.
A nice drive. This is the ninth play coming up. Can they cash it in on third and goal? They send the tight end in motion. Throwing here on third and goal. And he'll be forced to throw that one away. Excellent work defensively. It took away all the options, and now it is fourth and goal. Lutz's kick is good, and the Broncos go out to a 10-3 lead.
Outside of coming away with a touchdown, I'm not sure they could have done any better to close out that half. I mean, they burned all the clock, they don't let the opponent possess the ball, and they come away with points.
Here's Smith to return it. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Third quarter set to commence, and we're back underway here on EA Sports. Here's Smith to return it, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll start this one on the ground with Pierce. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Stroud to throw. He finds the open man, Braxton Berrios. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a first down. Stroud gives it to Pierce, and he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. from the 46. Here's 2nd down and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Pierce. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
3rd and 5. Here's Stroud. That is caught, finding Higgins. It's a gain of 10 yards. 1st down for Houston. Now Stroud. That's caught. It's Dameon Pierce. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
They hand it off to Pierce. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Stroud going to set up to throw. Exiting the pocket right. He's got it at the 7. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's 1st and goal. From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. Here's Pierce, and he is going the wrong way, tackled back at the 7.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot, and now I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. Here's a handoff to Chubb. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete on what turns out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here we go. Could be the play that ends up deciding this one. 4th down and goal. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. Here's Stroud. This one is caught on 4th and goal. They deliver. Dalton Schultz. Touchdown, Houston. His 6th touchdown now for the season. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Play action now. It's Nix. Out to his right. Off he goes. And Nix with the wise move there at the end, sliding to a stop, but he's got the 1st down.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
On the ground, this is Harvey. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. On 2nd down, it's Nix. Oh, he's going to find his running back downfield. And he's out of bounds, but they take it to the red zone inside the 20. A big one here in the 4th quarter. 42 yards. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. He'll look underneath for Harvey. And it's going to be 1st and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
You never know which play is going to be the one that sways the game in your favor, and that could be it right there. I mean, to set up 1st and goal with that last pass completion, now they can really take their time. There isn't...
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Bo Nix. Touchdown, Denver. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos go up by 7. It is now 17-10. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line, and that's where the offense will take the field. Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. And he gets that one complete to Collins. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
On 2nd down, Stroud. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there, and it'll be 3rd down.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Across midfield, shot out of a cannon. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 76 yards. Touchdown, Houston. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. Knicks now on 1st and 10. That's swung out to Harvey. And he'll get about 3 as he's forced out of bounds.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
They send Sutton in motion. Now, a 2nd down throw for Knicks. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 55 yards on the gain.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
It is brought in the end zone. R.J. Harvey. Touchdown, Broncos. Lutz for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Broncos will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Here's Smith to return it. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. On the ground to begin the drive with Pierce. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. How about 15 yards to kick off the drive? It's a 1st down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
This one broke it up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down. They'll drop to throw. This one, downfield, taken in by Higgins. A big one here in the fourth quarter. 32 yards.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play. And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
A second down throw for Stroud. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout.
And now after that big completion, Mike, they can't panic yet. They're not into the mode where they're in desperation. They have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Take a deep breath. Get your best first down play call to your quarterback. A field goal's not going to do it. They got to think touchdown all the way.
A run with Pierce. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. Throwing on second down, Stroud. That is caught, and he's so close to the goal line. Couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up third and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1 yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
They'll run it with Pierce, and he will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force fourth down.
And this is it, Mike. They don't have enough timeouts to get the ball back. They have to find a way to get the ball in the end zone. This play right here, it's got to be your best.
What a huge play. Fourth and goal. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. And the Broncos are right back in this one. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it. Now it's 2nd and 1. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So it is a win for the visiting Broncos. And make that a 5th straight victory, as they're looking tougher and tougher to beat every week, especially heading to playoff time. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.